Yeah, greetings. It is I, Charisma. Um, Also known as Rhetorical Gems. Welcome to uh my life. I don't know. Anyways, I was talking about freaking I just get this sluggish energy. Like I don't, not sluggish, but like I don't feel like talk. Like my body physically doesn't feel like talking, but mentally and like in my soul, I'm just like I want to. I'm gonna make myself do it. And my body is just like and I'm like, come on, body, come on, girl. I don't know if this is the solar flares or what, but I've been wanting to talk about this topic for the longest. Um, it's basically, so we're talking about like a cult or their occult, not the real occult, which is in you. But anyways, we're not gonna like be too focused on political correctivity. But I wanted to talk about black men in the film industry and sacrificial magic, and how there's this repetitive cycle throughout the film industry of black men being sacrificed in ritual. So that's either physically, like they actually die in real life. So like the film will come out, they'll probably win an award or something, and then they will die. I put quotes because there's usually, when evidence comes back, there's usually no foreseen, there's usually no evidence of foul play. So it'll usually be like cancer or, heart attack or, something like that. Or, well, I haven't seen any suicide, but that could be one of them. So it's, completely clear of evidential foul play. And this is all for entertainment purposes also. But yeah, disclaimer. Yeah, and so I just feel like fuck that, because I say what I want. I speak in truth of spirit, and this is, I guess you still have to say it. But anyways, it'll be in the caption too, whatever. And basically, so they'll either die in real life after the film, or they'll die on screen. And this is a very prevalent one. Like this is really the one that stuck out, that's got me like, okay, I have to make the video. Or they will and this is this last one, this third one is very popular with Disney Channel. Very popular with those who've ever worked for Disney Channel. Black men will get confronted with some sort of, to me, I feel like most of them are false. I'm not saying that, a guy can't go out and do a crime, but let's be real. Look at the evidence. Not only Disney Channel, but literally going back to the Huxtables, for example. All of the older films of the black magic is so real, you guys. Like all of the films, all of the black shows, and I don't know about In Living Color, but I just feel like there's always something, right? Like I know I can remember the Steve Harvey show. That's one of them. There's so many of them. The Huxtables, I would say all of the Disney shows, just Disney in general when it comes to black men. It's really, really bad. And then just movies throughout the film industry, and it just sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like seeing them, and I just watched this one film, and it just got me like, I was intrigued. You know what I'm saying? I like a good storyline, a good plot, but the whole storyline was black men. This guy has a brother who doesn't. They're just like going to war, and they basically just like black people. There's some white people in there, but it's just like this. The film of them just killing each other. I mean, it was set in like the 1800s or whatever, or 1700s. But I'm like, still, you know what I'm saying? And it's like these men will either get killed in real life as part of some sort of ritual, or, or they will, again, I feel like it will pop up as something that it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like cancer, or, some sort of order disease, or I feel like overdose is just too evident. That's too evident. Or very popular one, they get killed on screen. That's the one I really want to talk about. And then the third one is just them getting a bad reputation. So suddenly they're getting, I don't know if I'm gonna say names now, but like DUIs, and they're getting accused of raping someone. Um, yeah, I don't already said it, the R word. We're using real terms. Lord have mercy, they're considered, Lord have mercy, come on. It's either, why did I go blank? Come on, brain. They're going to be convicted of some sort of felony, or, yeah, there it is. That covers all of the little things. They're going to be convicted of some sort of felony to ruin their career, or to make them seem like, to bring them down in the spotlight. And then the fourth agenda would be gay, and so like breaking down their masculine form to make them hyper feminine, or to insert some sort of gay queerness. I would just say gayness, right? Gayness, or like trans situation. So let's talk about the, I should have wrote this down. I wanted to really highlight them getting killed on screen. Oh my God, it's so like, I hate it so freaking much because it's just so popular. Like it happens in all of the films. Oh my goodness, and God forbid it, the Netflix get a film. Oh my God, it happens in all of them, especially when there's a lighter class, lighter skin. Let's take Bridgerton's, for example. I was fully invested in Bridgerton's. So why did the girl get married, right? To her husband, the black guy, the black man. Of course he dies. They have to kill a black man. Like, they have to. They have to on screen, like, or ruin their reputation, or make them cross-dress. There it is, the humiliation rituals. So conviction of felonies, humiliation rituals, hijacking their masculine force through some sort of gayness. That's actually a part of the humiliation rituals. They have to cross-dress, or do some sort of anal ritual off screen, or they get murked in real life. Like, this is the industry, y'all, and this is what they're doing to our black men, the exploitation of black men specifically. And yeah, it's just about black men only. I didn't highlight black women at all because really, let's be honest, even like the film industry, all of the industries, literally in the entire world, black women are killing it. No pun intended. Like, black women are just advancing on all levels. So why are they bringing the black men down? That is the question. That is the question. That is the question. Because I have a long list of black female celebrities that are in the film industry. That is just like, they're just doing so good. Like, they're just excelling and excelling and excelling. But when it comes to black men, I'm not saying they're not excelling, but it seems like black American men, there's always some sort of, not just American, just black men in general. Because a lot of the Bridgerton's cast are British. But they always get torn down in some sort of way. And I just feel like there's a deeper agenda here. So we have to ask ourselves this question: why does a black man have to die in every film? I have a few of them. Or they're literally humiliated, or like they have to just be, I kind of don't like it when there's this over joking. Like, I know our men are funny, like black people are funny in general, but why does it have to be the black man has to be over characterizing a funny character in a film that is not a comedy? You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it'll be a little bit of comedy inserted into it, but the overall tone of it has a whole storyline that's centered around like romance or drama, or, you know, some adventure in their life, you know, where they have something going on, and there's the black guy just pops up just saying the stupidest things, just saying the dumbest things, and just saying things that just like, oh, okay, that was kind of funny, it gives you a little laugh. And it's just like, why are they making him play like that role? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they always have to have that insertion somewhere, and it's just like, why are you making them seem like and this is like the rest of the cast are like, you know, mixed breeds or just plain white, and there's only two black men, and you got to kill one of them. Let's name some films. Legacies, which is a spinoff of, oh my gosh, they did Bonnie so wrong. They just love to do the black woman wrong. And if it's not a fully black woman, the sidekick, the black woman, it's just black people. I would say it's black people in general. The black woman's either the sidekick, because I did love Vampire Diaries. There was 3 parts, but in the last part, the girl was the sidekick. She was the girl. She was the seer, right? But then they show him being killed, the black man, right? So they make this Nigerian girl and this American black guy interest, which I loved. I'm like, okay, they not making her half white, half black with a black. I live when it's black man, black woman. But of course, they show him being killed, and then they zoom out, and it's her having a vision. She stops the vision, so they degrade. Like, she has to fall in rank to be the muse. So everybody's using her as a muse to kind of like dig into her power, so to fuel their lives. And I didn't like that about like legacies. And then they killed one of the black boys. They did kill one of the black boys, and he went to like the other life or the other side. And he was just like, and they did the whole like thing where he had a basketball. You know, I guess he was into basketball, or he was into some sport, football or basketball. He was into some sport, and he was just like, and they were also, if you haven't seen Legacies, they're supernatural, so they're like werewolves, vampires. He was a werewolf, and they just killed him. And what's some other shows? Lost Girl. I think I'm getting 2 shows confused. Lost Girl was the one. Yeah, it was Lost Girl, the one with the siren and the succubus. The succubus main character, white girl, sidekick girl, was white, and she ended up getting in a romance with the black dude who was a siren. And the siren, he ended up getting killed. And it's just always the love interest. After the man falls in love with the non-black woman, they kill him. And I just find it very interesting. And let's not even get into Get Out. Get Out is a whole thing that's showing you the whole industry. Yeah, there's just so many films, and all of the old black sitcoms, the main character man either passed away or they ruined his reputation. Like the guy suddenly, I'm not saying he didn't do it, but suddenly, oh, she can't see me. It's me knocking on the window. That's my neighbor. She can't see me. She's shading herself from the sun, watching her kids play. But I'm like knocking on the window. Anyways, I'll say hey to her when I go outside. But yeah, like this is just a very prevalent thing in the and it's just every single film I watch where most of the cast isn't black. It's just like you always have to kill someone. Even the ones where they are black, like Black Lightning, they killed him. They did bring him back. And it's the fact that they used the criminal of the whole show to be, it was a black man, but he was pale. He had, what do they call it? Leprosy. So they literally used this black man, even though he was pale, he was still a black man, fully 100% genetically, to basically be this freaking tyrant that goes and gets this guy killed. And it's just, oh my gosh, it's the killing of our people. They want to see black people. And if it is a black film, it's always some bull crap. I'm sorry. It's always some BS. Always has to be abuse involved. I'm not saying it's not real prevalent to mirror life, real life. But what if we were to not do that? To not insert it in there, because art imitates life. But I feel like also vice versa. So like you can literally, I mean, as far as when it comes to manifestation, implanting those images, the imagery, the storylines into the mind, and then you're going to sleep, we're generators. So I just feel like, how is that helpful to continue to perpetuate the stories? Again, with this very popular storyline of slavery, the slave masters, them being slaves. Oh my gosh, I do not want to see another slave film. I do not want to see it. And it's just like they'll insert some truths here and there, but then there's always this, like, it's kind of like giving backhand compliments. Like, I'm going to compliment you, but I'm going to backhand you after I give you compliments. And it's just kind of like I'm going to shower you in those compliments and then backhand you real hard and knock you to the ground. That's what it's giving. There's always some sort of war. Like our people have to be at war with each other, or they are offset or on screen, or you ruin their reputation in real life. And I just find it interesting. And then aside from the film industry, I was specifically highlighting the film industry as far as films and seeing our men die on screen. And it really did add on to it, because I saw someone that I know, someone who's now famous. I mean, good to him, because I wouldn't say he's famous. He's not famous. He's like, oh, I know you. I mean, people could probably recognize him from films. But his parents knew my parents. And so he's actually from my city. Like our parents know each other. And so seeing him on screen, getting the most recent film that he was in, seeing him get like literally bullet to the head on the screen. I know it's acting, but I just like didn't like seeing that he was being killed on screen. And like, what mom wants to go see that? Like, I'm just thinking like, you know, my son's making it, you know, we're in Hollywood, you know, and they were homeless for a while. So congratulations to your come up. But it's like, so mom, as a mom, you know, I imagine myself as his mom, right? Like, I'm excited, you know, I'm going to go see my son. He got another gig, you know, the money's flowing in, you know, I'm going to get cute, go to the premiere or whatever. If there is a premiere, you know, you go sit down and see that film, and lo and behold, you see your son getting killed on screen. Like, as a mother, I don't want to see that. I don't want to envision or imagine that at all. That's just my 2 cents, you know. Let me know how you feel in the comments. If you have anything that comes through for you, or you feeling some type of way. Yeah, say what you want to say in the comments. But yeah, I just been wanting to talk about this for a while, and how they're just kind of like screwing us over on so many phases in this realm, period, as a melanated indigenous being. And I feel like Black Americans we're specifically kinds of, bottom totem is what comes to me. That just instantly came, bottom totem, because we're not like really, I mean, all humans have gifts, right? All humans are inherently, you know, empathic, but there's certain levels and degrees to abilities and, you know, functionalities and your connection to spirit and source. And I just feel like Black Americans just have this, like, call me wrong, but I just feel like there's just this strong agenda within the music and film industry to continue the degradation of and the financial corporations I'm sorry, that just came through. To continue the degradation of the Black family. I say, I'm gonna put quotes around Black family, because Black is just not even the proper term, and really Black means bleak or white. They mean the same thing, and that's just, and they consider us in the book of law 3/4 of human, which is freaking insane, right? Or was it 1/4? Whatever. Either way, we are fully human. I mean, if you're trying to say, yeah, you know, we're Titans, or if you're trying to call us Titans or superhuman, not at your level but higher, if that's what you're trying to say, I mean, that's not necessarily incorrect, but yeah, we are, like, call it what it is. And Black, and I'm just saying Black because it's what people are saying. This, you know what I'm saying, right? But yeah, it's just a lot of weirdness going on. And it's just like so unappealing, like, looking, especially with all the things coming out now about the Epstein files and all these celebrities coming up about their traumas and interactions with big people in the industry, and just being violated and abused in so many different ways. So that's, man, and just, you know, yeah, whether that's rape or molestation, or just really that's mostly what it's centered around, and sex trafficking, and just, you know, the over sexualization of our people, and how everything is just so sensitive. Like, oh, you can't wear that, you can't dance like that, but it's not sex. And so we're just so warped to the point of everything you can't touch nothing, because it's kind of like somebody hits you once in your life and you're just like, no touch at all. And that's so detrimental to us. So it's like, you can't even wind your way, everything, we can't twerk without it be like, nobody's trying to arouse penises, like, nobody's trying, like, that's not our intention. Like, we're just vibing, we're dancing, we're having fun. There's an over sexualization around the Black woman, and also, honestly, I feel like the Black man, I feel like this could go back to chattel slavery, you know, like the, you know, Black Fridays, and the fact that, yeah, and just selling them, and it's just like, yeah, like all of this weird stuff. And God forbid we, you know, we just want to be naked, and it just, we're not sexualizing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, grandiose and power to our sexual power and our sexual nature and our wilderness. And but that is, when we're in our natural states, that is just so tamed because we're in such a balance and cohesion with nature and ourselves and each other. And it's just such a purity and a devotion that's there, that is just not at the forefront. And I feel like we're hypersexualized now because that connection to source, that connection to our innocence, our inner power has been stifled due to, again, trauma infliction, that circumcision, that's lots of people getting molested at a young age. That's, even not just molesting through like, physicality or sexual assault from someone else, but I feel like you can even say there's molestation of the mind through these portals of like, these over sexualized children's shows, the cartoons that are made by pedophiles, like all of these little things. And then the food, all of the food, the air, the water, and all that being altered is just adding on top of it. And yeah, I just basically wanted to highlight that in the industry of just like this huge agenda against Black men. They always want them to cross dress. Oh my gosh, they love to put them, they just love doing these rituals on our men. And it's just, yeah, I don't know, scary. I wouldn't say that. It's just kind of like, I don't know. It's just kind of like, it's just disrespectful. And the music just doesn't help at all, with the rappers talking all of this, gun violence and, degrading of women. I'm gonna pull up and do this and that. And then the whole time you'll see clips of them at their wedding and, they're getting married, they're having children, they're locked in with a wife. So you're talking about all of this stuff, you're not even living it. You're doing things for $1, $1 to program the collective mind. And music is like that strong, the most powerful sorcery there is, and they're utilizing it real well. But now the truth is coming out, y'all. And so there's a tiny little bug, so tiny, it's just moving. I don't know if it has wings, but yeah, that's what I wanted to highlight. And yeah, be careful. Just be mindful what you're indulging in as far as music, all things industry, music, music. It's good that he's riding a bike at that young. I didn't ride a bike till I was 6. Music, without steering wheels. Music industry, film industry. Be mindful that I wouldn't let my children indulge in. Well, it depends. Just scope the scenery first. Scope the scenery. Tap into your feel or your intuition. Like, what is this making me feel? You can literally feel the essence. You have to tap in. Some of us it's effortless, but you have to tap in. Like, if you get an off feeling, we all have intuition. If you feel off about it, like you're like, I don't want that on. Like, I don't know why, I just don't. That's your intuition. Like, it's nothing good within that program for your child to be absorbing at such a young age, and they're little sponges, and it goes straight to the subconscious. It's affecting them. They do it for a reason. They're not doing all of this sorcery just for funsies. Like, they're doing it to affect you in a way down the line that's really negative. It's nothing good. They don't have your best interest. They actually hate you. Like, they don't F with you. They don't like you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so these evil forces, there's just gonna be lots of interesting things partaking, and it's just about you stepping up. All of it is just reflective of our inner power, our inner sanctum. So all of this darkness coming to light is just making you confront your own. These giant shadows coming out on the planet is just a giant mirror for us to reflect on our own internal shadows. So that's clearing out trauma, calling out abuse in our family, ridding things in our bloodlines that are just riddled in just muck. You know what I'm saying? The murky waters making it clear again. And it's just like the ancestors are there in spirit. Our spirit guides and our totems, we all have them. They're all there. You need to tap in and figure out what you should know. It should show up in dreams. You should always it's simply down to like, oh my gosh, I just keep buying things with an elephant on it, or I keep buying things with a turtle. Like, I just love that animal. Like, tap into these things. It's time to utilize these energies for our higher power, for our well-being, because if you don't rise up, you will get stumbled over in the murky waters. The clear waters are already there. It's just about summoning those clear waters, and they will let those clear waters come through like a dam bursting, and it will wash away everything. And this is just really aligned with just doing the inner work. And the inner work is just it's effortless. It's not painless. There's lots of pain, to transmute within this collective of us being, within, I'm gonna be mindful of my words, of us being siphonated. And so, like, we have to, it's just coming to a collective, it's a lot. I feel like there's a lot of different things going on at once, because not everybody, we still have free will, so not everybody's choosing. I say free will because I feel like, yeah, it is what it is. It's still free will. I like to I like to dig into things, because I'm just like, I guess it's for me in my life. When you're called by a higher power to stand in something bigger than you, stand in something, the bigger picture, but some people don't want that, and that's free will. They want to choose a lower path. They want to settle for okie dokies when they could have something more. Like the African proverb, you asked for a penny, so you got a penny. You could ask for anything, you would have got it. So like summoning those waters into your life to cleanse your body, to cleanse your vessel. You literally can call in this energy to purge out any sickness. And you will be guided you might be guided to do, certain remedies, certain workouts, certain breath exercises, certain eating patterns have to go. Like, you will be called to do it. You might be called to visit a certain land, a certain land mass. And just make sure you're following that, because that's what's good. And there's this tiny little cute bug. I'll probably show you when I'm done, if I can. I'm trying my best. But yeah, the film industry I feel like it's altering. I feel like a lot of us are taking our own power and just using our own tools, like saving up for a cam with some, using our videographers in our cities. We have amazing videographers and photographers within our city, or we can expand statewide, but like more local artists deserve spotlight. There's so much, there's so many good animators who aren't corrupt, like pure-hearted. Like, the industry is just so like, polluted at this point with weird ass pedophilic energies. And it's just like, I'm kind of like cringing at a lot of it, because it's like, I don't want nothing to do with even observing it. You know what I'm saying? I just say use your intuition. Like, I still do be on Netflix, but I just kind of use my intuition. I see myself watching more like sitcoms, modern sitcoms, or like, reality shows, or not not the ones that are obviously scripted, but some shows that are real. Like, it's real raw emotion. Like, I don't know, I guess it depends, because I did watch the Bridgertons. I was already invested, but again, it made me roll my eyes when they killed the black guy. He died, right? And then they did Bonnie So Wrong, y'all. The witch has held down the whole thing, and a lot of the witches were black on Vampire Diaries. And then, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And anyways, yeah, they always got to do that ritual. I'm not quite sure why, but it's just something about keeping the scales. Like, it's just something to give them an upper hand of their agenda, to keep it fulfilled. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I really feel like that crack epidemic really did one in. But anyways, yeah, I'm done talking. That was the video. Is there anything else I need to say? Whew, I guess that's it. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my day. And we were just meant to live blissfully, magically, and not, subjugate ourselves to lower forces that seek to harvest and siphon our energy rather than feeding and fueling us and it just goes so deep. That's a lot with the technologies and all of that. I feel like that's a separate video. But yes, yeah, I guess I really could have just went live. I was like, I want to do live, but then I was like, But yeah, stay bodied in your breath and in your bliss. And if you really want an in-depth reading, you can hit me up. My email is the same as everything's the same. My Instagram, YouTube, email are all the same. Well, so email would just be at gmail.com or oraclegems@gmail.com. But yes, thank you. If you watch this, I appreciate you joining me in Charisma Frequency, and hopefully you got whatever. I don't know. I just feel like that needs to be an important topic to talk about. But yeah, question what you're interacting with. Question what you're actually consuming, what you're giving time to, what you're pouring energy into. Because that is very, very important for our process of manifestation, because that's why we incarnated, to create worlds. We create worlds, we tear worlds, we destroy worlds. We came to play and create and experience and learn and all of that shindig. It's a school, basically, Earth School, and It's just definitely giving, it's a shootout, and they're coming in with guns. That's not supposed to be happening. Like, we came here, like, go away. That's what it's giving on Earth right now. Like, go away with your guns. We don't need your war. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, oraclegems@gmail.com. I do deep boom dives, energy clearings, and readings if you're interested to actually confront your darkest woes, your inner wounds, your inner child. Then send me an email, or send me an email. Yeah, so say bye to your breath and your bliss. Smile. Protect. I was just wanting to say protect Black men, but there's so much there, and man, it's just a lot. They're doing a lot. Anyways, ones and zeros. Okay, bye.